Hi ho, folks, and welcome back to the adventures of Turwinkle, the Gnome Mage. Well, hi, Turwinkle.
Hi there.
Are you all set for this evening?
Affirmative.
You bet, because tonight, as you can see, we are in Hearthglen, and we are going to be talking with the Order of the Golden Law, a wonderful guild, and we can't wait to talk with them and find out what they're all about. So without further ado, let's see if we can find them here in Hearthglen. All right, well, here we are in Hearthglen. Love Hearthglen. Have spent many a day here on Moonguard in the League of Lordaeron. And as you can see, it's a beautiful zone. And let's see, oh, and there they are. The Order of the Golden Law, a wonderful guild. They're in formation here, and they look absolutely fantastic. Let's get Turwinkle set here. Wonderful. So let us meet the officers of this guild and meet who they've brought with them tonight. So, all right, folks. Well, let's see here. Well, we have the guild leader, Jonathan Callery, Paladin of the Light, Knight of the Silver Hand, Argent Champion, nicknamed Light's Bastion the Pure of the Holy Light. He's the High Lord of the Order of the Golden Law, level 90, Lord Radian, human paladin, currently just returned from a heavy battle. Hello, sir.
Hi, how are you?
Excellent. Well, I'm certainly looking forward to talking with you folks. Had a panda just run through your ranks there, and of course I'm getting run over by patrolling troops here. But wonderful to see you and join you folks here tonight and to learn all about your wonderful guild, the Order of the Golden Law, here tonight. And the other officer that you have with you, the Regent Lord of the Golden Law, the Just. He is a level 90 Holy Paladin, and this is, how do you pronounce the name again, sir?
It's Annalore.
Annalore Silvertongue. Currently his face is marred by strange holy scars. They'd glow. What happened to your face, sir?
Got lit on fire by a death knight.
Oh, not good. Not good. Alrighty. So what we're going to do here is we're going to meet the fine folks that you've brought with you today. And so I guess starting on the left in the first rank here, let's see who we've got.
Starting here, we've got Raveros Nothwood, who is a Chancellor of the Golden Law, out of character as an officer, and a Knight of the Golden Law. Carterius Bellatrin, who is Vindicator of the Golden Law and a Lawbringer. We have Nuragnir Lighthammer, the Forge Master of the Order, who is also a Lawbringer. And we have Chase Anderson, who is yet another Lawbringer of the Golden Law.
All right, it looks like you folks have just returned from battle. Is that correct? I'm seeing a lot of hurt people here.
That is correct. We just returned from a battle in Duskwood.
Okay, because it looks like Raveros is tired and stressed. We've got Cartris currently wearing a Vindicator medallion. The Forge Master here, he's got a stone left arm. What happened to your arm, sir?
I had a storyline where Nor was really sick, and he used an earthen spell to try and heal himself, and in return for the spell, it turned his arm to earthen flesh.
Oh, okay. Wow. And then Chase is exhausted, multiple injuries across his body. So, yeah, it seems like you guys fought hard. Did you win, though?
Ultimately, yeah.
Oh, great. Alrighty, folks, so when we come back, we'll meet some more of the fine folks of the Order of the Golden Law. And we are back, so let us take a look at the second rank here, starting with the person on the left, sir.
Colleen Lattimore. She is a initiate of the Golden Law, Iceli, and the Squire of the High Lord. Arshura Nightwalker is a battle cleric of the Golden Law. Grilvac is also an initiate of the Golden Law. And Walexis Soltor is an initiate of the Golden Law Paladin in training.
Well, excellent. Wonderful. Thank you, folks, for coming to this interview. It's always good to have support of the things your guild is doing, and from what we can see thus far, you folks have a lot of supports, which is wonderful to find within any guild. So excellent job. And so folks, when we come back, we'll meet the next row. And we are back with the next rank up here. And so who do we have in this row?
We have Sentinel Chengli, who's a ranger of the Golden Law. We have Victoria Barini, who is a cursed human rogue and an acolyte of the Golden Law. And we have Otulissa Skyheart, who is the courier and a ranger of the Golden Law. She's also a sentinel.
Okay, and again, I see we have some more hurt people here. It must have been a very hard fight. Who are you fighting in Duskwood there?
In Duskwood, we have been engaged in an ongoing storyline. We have a detachment out in Duskwood, and the fighting has been against several enemies, among them a corrupt splinter sect of the Night Watch and the undead that inhabit the region.
Oh, wow, that sounds like a great RP. And we've had the opportunity to RP a little bit with Chen Li before, and she's a wonderful RPer, and we've had a great time RPing with her before as well. So great. Well, good meeting you folks. And when we come back, folks, we have, I think, yet one more rank to go. So we'll be right back. And we are back, getting run over again. All right. So the next row here.
We have Holara, who is a wannabe paladin and initiate of the Golden Law. Jason the Wise, who is a Mistweaver monk of the Golden Law as well as an initiate. And Tovia Illuminavat, who is also an initiate cleric of the Golden Law.
Alrighty. And Holara, you had your theme song is Survive by the Sick Puppies. What kind of song is that?
She said it's because she tends to survive every encounter she enters.
Well, excellent. I guess that's a fitting theme song then. Great. So folks, when we come back, we're going to start asking questions about the Order of the Golden Law and getting to know these fine folks. So we'll be right back. And we're back. So Mr. Calorie, one of the first questions we always ask, sir, is how did you come up with the name the Order of the Golden Law?
Well, the Order of the Golden Law was, when we originally began to make the guild, we were struggling with a name to fit the idea, and I had spent a good 2 or 3 hours brainstorming with the Regent Lord at the time over what we should call the name, and Order of the was already set in stone to be in the guild name, but we were trying to find something that was symbolic enough to represent what the guild was about, and it was obviously going to be a paladin holy organization. The name actually came about originally as a joke. Order of the Golden Law, the Golden Law to treat others how you'd like to be treated, and as we kind of thought about it, we liked the way it sounded, and even though how it came to be, a name suggestion is kind of humorous, we still like the way it sounds, and if you kind of dissect the name a bit, it does make sense, albeit a bit childish. But it is, all in all, that actually is the reason why it is that name, is because of a joke.
Okay. Well, actually, I think it's, like you said, I think it's very fitting for a paladin guild. As I get run over once again. Actually, they're very careful not to run me over. But no, I think it's a very fitting name for a paladin guild, and I think it actually is very. I like it. I like it a lot. So what type of guild is your guild then? Is it a heavy RP guild, medium, light?
It is in every way, shape, and form a heavy roleplay guild.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. And so, folks, when we come back, we'll dig into that a little more. So we'll be right back with that. And we're back. So, Mr. Calorie, you have a heavy RP guild. So what is your storyline? What is your guild about? What's the storyline there?
Our guild is what we call a Holy Military Guild. The guild was originally formed by Jonathan Callery about a year ago, and was formed because of this old paladin veteran feeling that a lot of what they call holy organizations nowadays have strayed from the teachings of Uther back shortly following the First War. And so he sought to bring together an organization that would call for unity amongst the holy organizations of Azeroth, as well as the people of Azeroth as a whole, and in doing so, following the teachings and the virtues that were taught to him and the first Paladins of the Silver Hand by Uther.
Well, wonderful. Now, is there actual lore written by Blizzard about this, or is this something that you folks have taken upon yourselves to come up with?
This is all lore that has been written down by Blizzard. Uther the Lightbringer was a real character in lore. There's a statue of him right in the Cathedral Square. He's actually a very, very big player in World of Warcraft lore. He was the mentor of Arthas, who, as many people know, was the Lich King. He did teach the three virtues of respect, tenacity, and compassion, which were already virtues taught by the Church of the Holy Light. He just teach them further and preach them in a manner that would be fitting for paladins. And the roleplay community just kind of took the turn to playing paladins in a different manner, which isn't bad in any way whatsoever. It's roleplay. It makes the community more interesting. It's simply my character felt, they wanted to stick to a more conservative teaching.
Okay, well, wonderful. So you've taken something that Blizzard has written and kind of made it your own then, is that what you're saying?
We've worked it into our stories, yes.
Well, wonderful. Excellent. Well, I always love hearing people taking something and forming an idea around it and then using that idea to incorporate their RP, which is really one of the things I love about the World of Warcraft RPers is just the creativity that's there. And so excellent job, sir. And so folks, when we come back, we're going to talk more about this wonderful guild and the players within it. So we'll be back with that. And we are back. And so the next question will go to Annalore. So sir, how many members do you have in the Order of the Golden Law at this time?
Currently, we have 140 characters, but for active accounts, we've got 104 active accounts that are unique. Though every night, we usually see anywhere from 10 to 20, 25 players. Due to school, we are seeing a bit of decreased activity. During events that were larger, like the Siege of Stromgarde, we've had upwards of 40 plus members online for our events.
Well, that's wonderful, and that's a nice sized guild actually. Is that something that you folks are looking to do, is make a large guild, or are you just allowing that to happen organically, allowing it to grow on its own?
We definitely don't turn members away. We love doing events. We love involving the community, and we do get a lot of recruits coming in because they've seen our events. And while we love bringing in members, we do have a pretty strong recruitment process. That way, we aren't taking in very large numbers at the same time. We like to bring in a few and let them integrate themselves into the community within the guild, get used to things. That way, we don't have 30 new members all confused and have nowhere to go when they outnumber the veterans. But we do enjoy having a good deal of members. It definitely makes for a more interesting and definitely more epic experience. That being said, we do push quality over quantity, and we've got great role players in our guild, and we're always looking to take in more.
Okay, wonderful. And so folks, when we come back, we will delve into that a little more. So we'll be right back with those questions. All right, and we're back, and we're talking about, again, recruiting for your guild. So is there any requirements in order to join the Order of the Golden Law? And what I mean by that is, do you have an age limit?
We do not actually have an age limit. We tend to believe that the maturity of a player does not entirely revolve around their age. We do have people in the guild who are younger, who you would never guess were younger. Our requirements do more revolve around activity. You need to have an MRP or a TRP, some form of roleplay add-on. Ventrilo is also a huge must for reasons of formations and events and such. We also do have dungeon masters who like to use soundtracks and voice acting and so on and so forth. Along with that, there is also the OOC interview in which you were asked a few select and strict questions, which require a yes to join.
Alrighty. Now, do you have any class restrictions?
Yes, we do. We accept all classes except for Death Knights, Warlocks, and in-character Shadow Priests. Obviously, being a holy military guild, the guild is more story-friendly to paladins and priests and warriors and the such, but rogues and hunters can also fit in here. It becomes more difficult to involve yourself actively as a shaman or a druid for obvious reasons, but we still do have a select few active druids and shamans.
Okay, wonderful. So folks, when we come back, what we're going to talk about is that IC and OOC questions that they have. So we'll be right back with that. Alrighty, and we're back. So NLR, let's say I am a new character, just come to a warm rest accord after seeing this episode, and I really want to join the Order of the Golden Law. Who do I talk to?
You can come up to any of our members. We do an out-of-character interview first, so if you approach us in character, we will probably obviously introduce ourselves and then whisper you out of character. And any member of our guild is able to forward you to any of the people able to do interviews, and we'll pull you into Ventrilo with us, which is, again, a requirement for the guild. And once we've gone through the out-of-character interview, we'll take it back into the game. And there will be an interview that's IC, or in character, between the potential new recruitment member and one of the members of the guild. And the interviews are pretty straightforward. They're really easy. Just be honest and excited, if you will. And we go over some of the basics of the guild, the uniform rules, policies about trolling and harassment, and then we also like to learn a little bit about the characters that are joining the guild. And in addition to that, they take several vows, which we adhere to strictly in the guild, and also the 3 tenets.
Okay, and what are those vows, if you would?
One of them is celibacy before marriage, and the other is sobriety. And one of the most common questions I've found is, do these vows apply out of game? And the answer is no. I mean, what you do out of character and in real life is definitely up to you, but in character, it's a staple.
Well, that's wonderful. And so, as far as rules within the guild, again, no harassing, so in or out of character. Is that correct? No trolling?
Yes, that's true. We take the virtues to be out of character in most ways, which is respect, tenacity, and compassion. And we put respect first out of character and in character as well. And that applies not only to other members of the guild, but also people outside of the guild. When you're doing PvE or PvP, any interaction you have with anybody while you wear our guild tag, we definitely push our members for always showing respect. and not only for other players but for themselves as well. So that is the biggest rule or policy in the guild. And we definitely put that over trolling and harassment. We do face a lot of trolls when we do RP events that are very public and large, and our policy is to always ignore the trolls, kill them with kindness. Even when we're getting slandered in trade chat, if that ever happens, or people are starting fights or drama out of character with us, we always just do our best to show them kindness and understand that they might not be able to raise themselves up to such a level of respect, which it happens with some people, but we do hold ourselves and our members to be definite role models in the RP community.
Well, wonderful. That is excellent. I always like hearing that kind of behavior because, again, I think it sets a tone for people around you that may not even be in your guild, and I think that is a great sign of respect, and hopefully that spreads amongst all players within the game, and it makes it a better game for everyone, I believe. Now, is there a website that you folks have that people can go to look at these rules and things?
We do. It is www.goldenlawwra.engine.com.
Oh, well, wonderful. And folks, we will have that in the description of the episode, so you can look at it there and see that, find that website on that page. So, folks, we'll be right back with some more questions for the Order of the Golden Law. All right, the next question is directed to Colleen Lattimore, Squire, nicknamed the High Lord Squire. And so I have now joined the guild. I'm new to the guild. Where would I be placed in ranks, and what kind of ranks do you have in the guild?
Okay, on entry level, everyone starts as an initiate. And in order to go from initiate to acolyte, which is the next up from there, you have to attend 5 major events. For each event that we have, we give out 1 token. Your tokens are kept track in your officer note. Once you reach 5 tokens, we have a Court of Honor event every month, in which that's where people will get their interviews and new uniforms and new ranks and stuff.
Oh, well,
and then
wonderful.
after acolyte, we just use tokens as a mark for how active you are and how many events you've attended. So it doesn't factor into promotions after that. After acolyte, you go up to a role class specific rank. For our paladins, we have lawbringers. For our rogues, druids, and hunters, we have sentinel. And for our warriors, we have knight. And for our mages, we have spell shields. You go up to that rank by your activity in the guild. Oh, we also have clerics.
Okay.
And that's role specific, whether or not you're a priest or a paladin that heals or a druid that heals or anything like that. In order to rank up to your role class specific rank, it's depending on what our veteran members and our officers have seen from you. If you're active and you understand our rules and you're kind, courteous, respectful to everyone in the game, then you are able to go up to that on our next Court of Honor. And we hold those once a month.
And also at the each of the class-specific ranks like Sentinel and Lawbringer, there are multiple subclasses which characters can go on. For instance, Lawbringers can become Exemplars, Templars, or Vindicators, and the Sentinels, depending on what your class is, Hunters become Rangers, and Rogues become Wardens, and we have that for the various ranks. So it's more or less like a subclass that you can choose to have your character trained specifically for.
Oh, wonderful. And so, finally, you have your officer ranks. How do you become an officer within your guild?
To become an officer, it's basically what we've seen. If you're wanting to help the guild, if you've been very active, if you have the will to want to start events, to be able to help with issues IC and OOC, if you have gone above and beyond what we expect from our members, then you'll be considered for officer rank. We generally don't have too many officers, and it's less a place of position and more a place of leadership and to help people out. Our chancellors are the officers.
Oh, wonderful. And finally, to take over the guild, all you have to do is defeat Calorie in one-on-one combat. Is that correct?
Yep, you just need to cut his head off, and then you're the High Lord.
Awesome.
If that
And
was the case, Lord would have done it already.
wonderful. Alrighty, folks. And of course, we were kidding about that. That's not going to happen here tonight. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And alrighty. So, folks, when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about their current storyline, and we'll find out what they're doing currently. So we'll be right back. And we're back. So, Elena, what are you folks currently doing in your storyline?
Currently, we're trying to get started a second major storyline. Recently, we relaunched the Duskwood Regiment, which is actually headed by my character, Annalore. And it's been a very active prime source of RP for us recently. In Duskwood, we're there to essentially do what good we can, offer aid to the Night Watch and any of the villagers that are in need. And so we just wrapped up a 2-week continuous storyline. The regiment is out there and they role play pretty much 24/7 when they're online in Duskwood. And we don't leave until the rotation is complete. And in the storyline that we just wrapped up, things got a little bit intense. We had a corrupt commander of the Night Watch essentially become in league with a branch of the undead known as the Death's Hand Remnant, which is a crossover from a larger storyline that we've done with another player on the guild, Tiberius, who's done some fantastic dungeon mastering work with us. And that was a months-long storyline with him. And so these undead are trying to get back in contact with Tiberius, their commander. And so they're trapped in Duskwood, and they've essentially brought the Night Watch commander, Harlan, under their sway, and he's staged a coup within Darkshire. And so for the past 3 nights, after 2 weeks of unraveling the mystery and tracking down leads, we eventually ousted Harlan, who in the face of the accusation, staged his coup and led a bloody uprising in Darkshire, and essentially evicted the Golden Law and drove them out from Duskwood. And so the past 3 nights were 4 nights actually. We stopped yesterday. Were trying to gain a foothold back into Darkshire. We laid a minor siege to Darkshire itself, and eventually pushed on towards a small area in lore known as Knight's Hollow, which is near Beggar's Haunt, and that was where the finale of the 2-week rotation was. And we took out the leader of the undead, and Harlan has been brought into custody by the High Lord himself. We have a small detachment in Duskwood, but the entire guild came for this 3-night siege or assault. And so that story wrapped up, and we're beginning tomorrow the next 2-week rotation, which will be a continuing storyline. And the way we like to do that, and we've done major storylines in the past similar to this, which is we look at it like a frame, and inside the frame is the painting with tons of different things going on. And in this painting, there are all of the individual storylines for each character. So every one of our members does their character growth. They do their own private RPs that expand their character in the guild, and those develop and they affect the storyline. And the frame of the painting is more or less the long-term, overall guild-wide mechanical storyline, which everybody pushes towards. We've done one event in the past, which was a whole week siege in Stromgard, also with Tiberius, who led that event. And so we've done larger events like that. We also do some smaller role play in the city, just to kind of interact with the community. We frequently inhabit the stoop outside the city hall, and people occasionally come to us to help resolve issues or to provide aid or healing, and we're always glad to engage in community RP that way. We also do smaller events. We go to support other guilds' events as much as we can. We've been known to host a few sermons and vigils. Excuse the noise in the background, I'm sorry. And so smaller events we try to jump in on as well and provide support to the community at large.
Well, wonderful. That is excellent to hear. So, folks, you heard it here. They're out there in the community doing these wonderful, wonderful guild events. So, great. I mean, what more can you say? That is fantastic. I love to hear such inventive and creative RP going on, because really what that does is it makes it exciting to log in to get to that next chapter in a wonderful RP storyline. So folks, when we come back, we are going to talk one-on-one with some of these fine folks and find out what they enjoy about being in the Order of the Golden Law. So we'll be right back with that. Alrighty folks, and we are back, and now we're going to find out what these folks enjoy about being in the Order of the Golden Law. Because really, there are so many guilds in World of Warcraft. We're going to find out why they've chosen this guild and why they're still here. So the first person we have up is Miss Skyheart. She's the Courier, Ranger of the Golden Law, nicknamed, is it O2 or Lisa?
O2 or Lissa.
Okay, Lissa. Sentinel of the Order of the Golden Law is a level 90 unafflicted Gilnan, so you are not a Worgen then?
No.
Oh, okay. Currently left arm wrapped in bandages, confident air about her. So you had your arm hurt in this last conflict?
Yes.
Alrighty, so Miss Skyheart, what do you enjoy about being in the Order of the Golden Law?
What I love most about the Order is definitely the people. I love the people that join, and I like helping them out, and especially being helped too. I love that everyone cares and no one trolls or harasses people, and we're very laid back, OOC.
Okay, well, wonderful. That is an excellent answer, ma'am. Thank you very much. All right, up next is the Forge Master himself, Lighthammer, nicknamed Nor, Lawbringer of the Order of the Golden Law, level 90 Stormpike Paladin. And again, he's the one with the stone left arm. How are you tonight, sir?
I'm doing quite well, sir. Yourself?
Excellent. And so, sir, what do you enjoy about being in the Order of the Golden Law?
I enjoy the people here a lot. The RP is a lot of fun. I've been part of a lot of different guilds in my time. Role-playing. And I've really enjoyed the Order the most. One of the best parts is the fact that I can actually be an icy smith within the guild and actually enjoy smithing process, making the weapons and armor for the guild.
Oh, wonderful. That sounds like a lot of fun and an excellent answer, sir. Thank you very much. All right, folks, up next is Rav Northwood. Or is it Northwood?
It is Northwood, yes.
I said Northwood, didn't I? Turwinkle is horrible with names. I do apologize, sir. You are the Chancellor of the Order of the Golden Law, a level 90 human warrior, currently tired and stressed. Why are you stressed, sir?
Well, Ravers has been going through quite a lot lately, with Duskwood Regiment primarily being Enelor's second in command, and he has been trying to adjust to that. He's a bit fresh when it comes to command, so he's trying to adapt, and that is taking a toll.
Sure, it definitely can, especially, under those kinds of circumstances that you find yourselves in Duskwood there. So that doesn't make it any easier. So what do you enjoy about being in the Order of the Golden Law, sir?
Well, I definitely would agree with the other two before me and say it was definitely the people. I mean, we have a very active community, a very developed event system. We have plenty of role play going around. Even in downtime we have a lot of role play going around, and it really is nice to just be with these guys because they have literally given me some of the better experiences in my role play career.
Well, wonderful. That is an excellent answer, sir. Thank you very much. All right, folks, and we're back with Kalain Lattimore. She's a squire, nicknamed the High Lord Squire, Chancellor of the Order of the Golden Law. She's a level 90 human, not yet a paladin player, and is currently excited. And the High Lord Squire, what does that mean, your nickname there?
It means that she is currently under the tutelage of the High Lord. She works as his squire, polishing his armor, taking care of his horse in exchange for being trained under his hand.
Oh, wonderful. So what do you enjoy about being in the Order of the Golden Law?
Well, I honestly have to say I've been in a lot of guilds, but this is by far one of my favorites. The community is absolutely wonderful, and I adore everyone that's here. The roleplay has been absolutely wonderful, and I'm never bored here. There's always events, and if not, there's just constant walk-up roleplay.
Oh, well, wonderful answer. Thank you very much. All righty, folks. And up next is Chen Li, Ranger of the Golden Law, nicknamed Li. She's a sentinel of the Order of the Golden Law. Is a level 90 Night Elf Hunter, and currently keeping a neutral face, having trouble with her mechanical... what?
Her mechanical arm.
Oh, goodness, okay. And how did you lose your arm, ma'am?
In one of the events that we were doing with Tiberios, I rolled a bad number and a spear ended up going into her arm and she foolishly ripped it out.
Oh! Oh. Ouch. Okay. Oh. Well, Chen, what do you enjoy about being in the Order of the Golden Law?
When I first joined, everyone was so friendly to me and they made me feel welcome. And they basically just made me feel at home, and it really is a place for me to get out of real life problems now.
Oh, well, wonderful. Excellent answer, ma'am. Thank you very much. Next up, we have the Regent Lord himself of the Golden Law, the Just. And he's a level 90 Holy Paladin. And again, this is... Again, I so want to say Eleanor, but it's a name. Go ahead and say it, sir.
Annalore.
Annalore, Silver Tongue. I love that name. How did you come up with that name?
It popped into my head. I don't actually have any source origin for it.
So nothing out of a movie or a book, that just was something you came up with?
Yeah, I do a lot of writing in my free time, and names just are usually the first thing that I think of when I work on characters, and so it just, when I was reforging this character into Annalore, it popped in and seemed natural.
Okay, well, wonderful. So my question to you then is, what do you enjoy about leading the Order of the Golden Law?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think what I most enjoy about leading it is seeing people enjoying themselves and having a good time. It's definitely a stressful and demanding task to be leading a guild. It's more like a job, but that's the duty officers take on in larger guilds, and especially heavy ones like this. And seeing all the hard work go into it, and knowing the backstory and knowing all the things that possibly could go wrong, it's always very rewarding to see people enjoying themselves at the events, and the community having a positive reaction to our members and the way that we interact, and knowing that we're doing a good job enforcing our rules and helping to hoist our members up to higher standards.
Oh, that is a fantastic answer, sir. Thank you very much. Alrighty, folks. Well, here we have the man of the hour, the guild leader of this fine guild, Jonathan Callery. He's a paladin of the light, knight of the silver hand, argent champion, nicknamed Light's Bastion the pure of the Holy Light, High Lord of the Order of the Golden Law. He's currently just returned from heavy battle. He's here to answer this important question, and that is, sir, what do you enjoy about leading the guild, the Order of the Golden Law?
I have to say that what I enjoy most about leading the Order of the Golden Law is the people that I am leading. I have run a few guilds in the past, and a lot of them have struggled because simply because of the player base of the guild, and this guild just continuously never ceases to impress me by the members that we're pulling in. They're willing to cooperate. They're respectful. They're they're dutiful, and they're all around just some of the greatest members that a guild leader could have. As well as it's just a fantastic story. You don't get bored with it.
Well, wonderful. And what I see in here tonight and the answers that we've received about people in your guild and what they've enjoyed about it, I think really reflects on your leadership and where you've taken the guild. They all enjoy everybody that's within the guild, and one of the things that I've seen and one of the things that they really enjoy is the respect that you have not only for yourselves but for the people around you. And again, I think that all comes back to you and your leadership. And so you're really doing an excellent job here, and I think again, that shows in not only their answers, but how much they really enjoy being within your guild. So excellent job, sir. Excellent job. So folks, when we come back, we're going to get some final thoughts on the Order of the Golden Law. All right, and we're back. And so come to the final part here. And so, Mr. Callery, is there anything that you would like to add that maybe we haven't covered here about the Order of the Golden Law tonight?
Yeah, I just want to cover the fact that, the entire OOC purpose of the guild is community involvement and community unification. And that we're, open to just about any role players that we can be. And we do strive to help, newer role players improve their role play stories and improve their role play as a skill altogether, just to help strengthen our community as a whole, because we feel that a strong and healthy roleplay community is a community that's united OOC-ly.
Oh, well, wonderful, wonderful, and I have to agree with you wholeheartedly there. When the community comes together, it really makes it for a lot better, not only for just your guild, but for all the other guilds and all the other our peers within the Wormrest Accord server. And I think that's one of the things that makes Wormrest Accord probably one of the better, if not the best, RP server in the game, is due to the fact that there's so much community involvement from all the guilds that I've run across anyway, doing stuff out in the community, and not just guild events, but community events involving the people around them. So from me as an RPer, I want to thank you guys for doing that kind of thing, because again, it makes it a better environment for me to come and RP in. So wonderful answer. So folks, when we come back, we'll say goodbye to the Order of the Golden Law, and then Turwinkle will have his final thoughts. So we will come back to that. All right, folks. Well, it has been a wonderful night. I want to thank each and every one of you for your patience tonight and for all the fun that we've had here. Folks, in between takes, these guys have been just fantastic. We've had a lot of fun here tonight, and you guys are just wonderful. And I look forward to seeing more of you folks out and about, and hopefully RPing, and maybe getting to come to some of your events and sharing those with the folks as well. So thank you again, everybody.
Thank you.
You bet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Always so.
Amazing.
Thank you.
You
Love
bet.
you.
And we will.
Thank you.
And we'll see you folks back in the hinterlands with Turwinkle's final thoughts. So, bye-bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.
And we are back, safe and sound in the hinterlands. Well, Turwinkle, what a great job. We sure enjoyed that interview with the Order of the Golden Law, didn't we?
Affirmative.
You bet. They are a great bunch. So let's give them a nice thank you, Turwinkle.
I am in your debt.
We certainly are. And so, folks, if you're looking for a great holy guild to join, the Order of the Golden Law, you cannot go better than. They're a wonderful guild that here on Wormrest Accord, so look them up if you're looking for a fun guild that's more military style based and more towards the light, as it were. So folks, if you like this episode, click that like button. If you'd like to comment, we'd love to hear from you. Please do so below. Let us know what we're doing right and let us know what we're doing wrong. And finally, if you'd like to subscribe, we would love to have you on Team Turwinkle. Hit that subscription button. So Turwinkle, excellent job today, sir. And sir, we will see you next time.
Farewell.
Farewell, Turwinkle. Farewell.